Thank you so much for coming to the first ever Milwaukee Marshall High School self-help group. I know many of you are probably wondering why you were asked to participate in this group, so I kind of wanted to tell you that you were either referred by a doctor, a teacher, or the school counselor because you were caught using some substances on the school property. So I will be running the group. My name is Miss Lee. So the purpose of this group is to kind of gain an understanding on the importance of not engaging in substance use. With that, we are going to learn some healthier alternatives and some coping mechanisms that you can use when you're having that craving on using substances. Some of these ways of coping can include learning what to do when you have that urge to use substances either at school or at home. You'll even know what to do when something comes up while you're in your friend group. People want to engage in substance use. You can know what to do there, as well as when they come up in school. So I know this is a lot of information all at once, so bear with me, but I did want to say a couple things. Just some things that I have to say because I'm the group leader, and then we can discuss some of the group rules as well. So the first thing that I wanted to say is that this group is a confidential group. That means that whatever is said in group stays in group. The only time that I have to break confidentiality is that if you or other group members disclose that you are harming yourself or harming others. If that isn't disclosed, then I won't have to break confidentiality. I need everyone to know that this is a safe space. So a safe space means that everyone should feel comfortable to share their thoughts and experiences. Everyone is free to share whatever they want, again, in confidence that confidentiality will not be broken. So we are pushing for a comfort level. I am pushing for open communication. So since I am being open and communicating with you, I would hope that you would do the same and participate within the group. So if there aren't any questions about confidentiality, we can move on. No questions? Great. So the next part is discussing the rules of the group. What I am holding is the group talking piece. This talking piece will be passed around from person to person whenever they would like to speak. So since I am speaking, I am holding the talking piece. If Asia wanted to speak, I would pass the talking piece to Asia, and then she can say whatever she wanted to say. And then if the next person wanted to speak, they would either raise their hand, and then Asia would then know the signal to hand them the talking piece. Does that make sense? Great. So with the talking piece means that even though we aren't holding it, we are going to have to practice our active listening skills. So when someone is talking with the talking piece, we're going to have to listen, and then we can say our piece after we are done listening to the person who has the talking piece. So participation and active listening are going to be key to making this group happen. Now the last thing I would like to say is just a couple rules that we're going to have to be practicing the next 6 weeks within this group. So the first thing is that this group is an open-minded, non-judgmental group. That means we are going to be hearing some things that we don't agree with that are coming from other group members. Keeping an open mind will help us move past these differences. We will be able to understand where each other is coming from, and then we can also say our piece in a non-judgmental way, and then maybe learn and grow from each other from those experiences. Keeping an open mind is going to really help us move along in this group. The next rule is treating everyone with respect. We have learned this since we were in kindergarten, maybe even preschool, to treat everyone how you want to be treated. This group, we are going to get very intimate with our thoughts and feelings, so treating everyone with respect is going to ensure that safe space and that everyone can speak freely and have that open communication. So treating others how we want to be treated is essential. Lastly, please do not be disruptive in the group. Again, we are going to be listening from everyone in this group. Participation is going to be key, but we do only have about 45 minutes to an hour once a week to complete this group, and I don't want to be taking more time from other people from one disruptive member. So it would be very appreciated if everyone could not be disruptive, and then the group will move along freely. So does this make sense? Are there any questions?
No.
Nope.
Great. Well, since we're sitting in a circle, why don't we go around the circle round robin style, and I'll just have everyone say their name and their drug of choice. Now remember, alcohol is a drug, so if you do use alcohol, you can say that as a drug. So since I have the talking piece, I will hand it over to Missy.
Hi, my name is Missy, and my drug of choice is marijuana.
Hi, my name is Asia, and my drug choice is alcohol.
Hi, my name is Maddie, and my drug of choice is inhaling aerosol spray cans.
Thank you everyone for sharing. I know that this may be difficult talking about this in front of your peers, and these may be even people that you've never even met before, but I can assure you that by continuing to participate in the group, you will gain some knowledge and some coping mechanisms that you can use instead of resorting to drug use. Now, before we initially start the group, please feel free to go over by the gym doors and grab some snacks because we're going to be in group for the next hour. I would like to start out by asking, again, we can go around round robin, why do you resort to drug use? I can start again with you, Missy.
Well, both of my parents smoke, so there's always weed in the house, and they'll ask me if I can get them some, so then typically they let me smoke with them. So I've been doing it since I was probably 12, and I feel like if they're allowing me to do it, then I don't see that being a problem.
Thank you for sharing, Missy. Sometimes our parents are going to engage in some activities that they know that they shouldn't be doing, as well as we know that they shouldn't be doing. And even if they ask us to join, we should still decline those offers. As the group progresses, we're going to learn some skills to keep a stable home life where there is substance abuse.
I inhale aerosol spray cans because my cousin dared me to do it once, and after that one time I really liked the feeling, and that was the first time was 6 months ago, and I haven't stopped since.
Thank you for sharing, Maddie. I know that turning down dares can sometimes be difficult, but again, like I said before, that's going to be a topic discussed in group as group progresses.
Well, it's not like I want to drink necessarily, but my friends are just always drinking, and they go to parties, so I feel like I have to drink around them and have to get drunk to have a fun time at the parties, or else how am I going to be included? They think it's lame if I say that I don't want to drink, so I always end up drinking anyways. I feel like if I don't drink, I'm not going to have any friends. They seem happier, and I'm also happier when we're all drinking, so that's kind of why I drink, basically.
Thank you for sharing, Asia. That does seem like it is very difficult, especially for you. So as group progresses, we are going to learn a lot about peer pressure, because peer pressure has been happening since forever, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. Again, thank you everyone for sharing. So since we're going to be spending the next 6 weeks together, I would like us to get more familiar with each other. So I'd like the three of you to get into a group. We're going to do this activity called Healthy Cravings. So I'd like you to come up with a list of at least 3 things that can count as alternatives that you can use instead of resorting to substance use. So when you feel a craving coming, what are some things that you can do instead of resorting to your drug of choice? And then go a step further and explain why that's a healthier option. I'll give you 3 about 20 minutes or so take your time, and here are some pencils and paper. And your time starts now. All right, your 20 minutes are up. I hope the 3 of you came up with some great, healthier options that you can use instead of resorting to drug use. So I'd like to start out with Asia and hear what one thing from the list that you and your group had come up with.
So, some things that we came up with on our list is that we agree that we can FaceTime a friend. Like I said before, I kind of enjoy being a part of like the social scene and the social setting. So, since I enjoy being social, I know that I can FaceTime a friend and talk to them instead of drinking. We also said that our friends can hold us accountable for our drug and substance use as well. So, since I told a few friends that I had to come to group for drinking, I think I can find real friends, especially here in the group, that can help me get healthier for sure.
Asia, that sounds like an awesome, healthier option rather than drinking. You know what I really liked is that you brought up finding your real friends. Everyone in this group can be considered a friend to you. Maybe not right now, but I know that when group progresses, you're all going to potentially get pretty close. So again, this is going to be a waking up call for a lot of us as we go through this journey on who our real friends are. So how about you, Missy? I'd like to hear what you came up with in your group.
We said that we could exercise because, well, exercising keeps us healthy. And I used to love running, and then when I started smoking weed, I kind of just stopped. So I think I'd like to get back into running again, because then I also get to listen to my music and I kind of just become in the moment and I become present. So I'm hoping that that will stop the urge to smoke.
That sounds like a great idea, Missy. Exercise is always a great option, but when you love doing it, that's what makes it even better. You can channel all your focus and energy into that one activity, and then you won't even feel like you have the urge to use those substances. Maddie, I would like to hear from you.
The last thing we said we could do was have a fidget or a stress ball. This will help us replace the craving by having something to fidget with. I know that I inhale aerosol spray when I'm bored, so if I have something to fidget with, then I won't be as bored.
Again, that sounds like a great idea. It sounds like the three of you really came up with some awesome ideas. Maddie, I especially like how you brought up you being bored. That's why you resort to substance abuse. No, it's not in all cases, but a lot of times people do resort to substance use when they are bored. So I think I should be able to talk to your teachers to see if I can get some fidgets in the classroom. That way you can be channeling all that energy and focus into the fidget, but as well as staying engaged in the classroom as well. Now I know that we did discuss a lot in group today, but I do have one more thing I'd like to talk about. If we could go around in a circle again, round robin style, I'd like to hear one positive thing we each heard from group today. And I'll start out with Maddie.
One thing that I found that was positive is that even though the three of us aren't really in the same friend group at all, we were still able to come together for an activity, and it wasn't even that awkward.
I really enjoyed the group because I was able to talk about my addiction and share my emotions and my feelings towards all of that. So I appreciate everyone listening because it made me feel like I was in a safe place.
I found positive is that we can use the talking piece. I know that when I have it, I'm being heard by everyone in the group. Even like when I don't have it, I'm listening and learning a lot about the other members as well.
These are all great connections that we made in group today. If we keep making these connections as quickly as we are, I know that we're going to be making a lot of progress in group. Now, if there aren't any other questions, I'll see you next week. Again, I would like to say thank you for making the first ever Milwaukee Marshall High School self-help group effective and possible. If you have any other questions between now and next week, feel free to email me or stop by my office. And please grab some snacks by the gym door on your way out. All right, bye guys.